Trev, what's up, doc?
What's up, my man?
We fucking back. Madness. Madness. Drop a lipper in right quick. All right.
Right.
What's up, everyone? If you followed us in the first round, we didn't do bad. I was the first one out in my perfect bracket from game one. Game one. I took Louisville and Creighton, put it right inside of them. Like right inside of them. Yeah. It wasn't even close. Trev hit the first upset right off the bat. Bam. Creighton, which is crazy, huh? I mean, it was 8-9, so it wasn't like a crazy differential, but it's still technically an upset. I called UNC in the first four, and then they got bounced. They got bounced. But you know what? We're gonna get into all of that. Let me throw up a little beers and brackets logo, throw some tunes.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
I love it. You guys are so great.
All right.
Audio Jungle.
Little funky intro. One of these days, I'm going to get off my lazy ass and actually write an intro song. I was threatening to do it in the football season. I just didn't do it. I'm going to do it. It's coming up. I'm going to get off my ass and actually do it. We back. We're doing beers and brackets tonight, folks. Tonight is beers and brackets. Let me throw that logo up for you folks. You can see it. Live sound effect. Boom. All right, Trev. How'd you do week one? How you feeling? Week one, round one. How you feeling?
There were a few that just caught me off guard. I like that number 12 McNeese, man. That was a stunner against Clemson.
Stunner. I have to agree with you. Now, we talked about like the legendary 512s, right? I did not think that was going to be a victim of the 512. Especially after I was talking all that shit, like they're going to be on McNeese. They put me on their
I know,
knees.
dude. I know. I think I voodooed him.
I mean, we were both talking shit. And McNeese fucking won. They put Clemson on their knees. They McNeesed them. Speaking of upsets, we had 8 upsets between you and I combined that we chose. Let's go through those real quick. Currently, we're still on round one. As of recording, we got 4 matchups here. We got Oklahoma, UConn hasn't wrapped up. Xavier, Illinois. And I'm missing 2 other because they're on commercials, so I can't physically see them. But I know they're there. So Trev, he smacked on Creighton. I did not pick UNC correctly. They got their ass whomped. I fucking had BYU, and I let Trev talk me into VCU. I should have stayed. We both had Colorado State. That was a 5-12. And then I had Drake and Arkansas. 2 upsets right there. Bang, bang. Georgia, did they not play basketball? That was terrible. So bad.
Gonzaga mopped the floor with him.
Also, their football team got some more arrests over the weekend. I think they're up to 28 arrests every March during March Madness for Georgia. They're setting a fucking league record right now. And then you had Utah State. That didn't work out, did it? So collectively, we had 8 upsets. Trev hit 2, and I hit 2. So collectively, we went 4-4. That's not miserable, right? It's not miserable. All right, let's fly over to the bracket. We got the bracket up for the people right now. Let me go ahead and give myself an applause. All right. So let's go over the scores real quick. Auburn beat Alabama State by 20. That wasn't shocking. Louisville got crushed by Creighton. Michigan put it on UC San Diego by 3. That's really not that much of a beating, but they still won. Texas A&M won pretty divisively against Yale by 9. Ole Miss kicked the shit out of UNC. They were never even in it. And then Iowa State killed Lipscomb. How do we figure out how to pronounce that yet? Whatever. They were scum.
No clue.
Yeah, they were scum. New Mexico, Marquette. That was a disappointment. That was a disappointment. Marquette got whooped by New Mexico, but they got the coach in New Mexico. Come on, legendary coach. Why am I drawing a blank?
It's Richard. It's Richard Pitino.
Yes, Pitino. Okay, so not legendary, but well-known coach, right? So we got Michigan State currently live with Bryant. Then moving on to the West, Florida just looked like a number 1 seed against Norfolk State, 95-69. UConn is currently live. They're up by 6, and god damn it, I need them to win by 3.5. I got some money riding on this, so if you guys see me leave my seat during this recording, you know something good happened for me. Currently, Michigan State's losing to Bryant too, 7-6, but that just started. We had that 5-12 matchup between Memphis, Colorado. Colorado pulled that out by 8. Maryland killed Grand Canyon, 81-49. Hey, remember I went on my rant about how much I hate Missouri after the football season? I took Drake. Glad I did. Drake whooped that ass by 10, 5-7, 67. Texas Tech beat up on UNC Wilmington, 82-72. Kansas, Arkansas took it. Arkansas took it by 7, 72-79. And then St. John's, Omaha. That game was cute for the first 60 seconds when Omaha was up like 7-0, and then it was never close again. That was a nice story for Omaha, but I think reality had set in. And then we shoot over to the Midwest here. We got Tennessee, put it on Wofford, 7-2, 6-2. UCLA, they killed Utah State, man, 72-47. It wasn't really close. Kentucky whooped Troy, 76-57. Illinois and Xavier currently live. Purdue, High Point, Purdue 75, High Point 63. And then we touched this when we first started here. McNeese, they beat Clemson by 2 points, 67-69. What an upset. That 5-12, it's like magic. It's absolute magic. Gonzaga killed Georgia. They killed them. Georgia was a good squad this season. They had nothing for Gonzaga. So Gonzaga's going to match up with the number 1 seed, Houston, in the next round, but we're going to touch on that. Houston slaughtered SIU Edwardsville, 78-40. They won by 38 points. That's wild. Alabama, 2 seed, beat up on Robert Morris, 90-81. St. Mary's barely pulled it out against Vanderbilt. It was a 1-possession game, 59-56. Wisconsin beat the hell out of Montana, 85-66. BYU, god damn it, they beat VCU by 9. Should have kept my fucking play. It's all right. It's okay. Akron, sorry LeBron, Akron got destroyed by Arizona, 93-65. Sorry, Bronny. Currently Oregon Liberty live, so we don't have that final. Mississippi State, that was a letdown. I think a lot of people had Mississippi State. A lot of people. So that was a good bracket buster. 7-2, 7-5. And I believe out of the East and South, each 8. No, never mind. It's reversed. I was going to say, I thought each 8 beat the 9, but that's actually reversed. So it doesn't matter. And then, we had a sacrifice too, Trev. Duke, Mount St. Mary's. We had an absolute sacrifice, 93-49. Woo! Shit. Woo! So currently we're still waiting.
That's putting that good old shellac into it.
Oh, I mean, that wasn't even, they were beat before they got off the bus. That's bad. So bad. So currently we're waiting on the final for Oregon Liberty, Michigan State Bryant, UConn Oklahoma, Illinois Xavier. We might not get those finals while we're doing this. So then we're do some caveats, okay? Because I don't expect this to be recorded late in the night. It's Friday. We got lives. So we'll take it as it comes. Anything from the first round stuck out to you, bro? Anything that really stuck out you want to comment on?
Well, when I start breaking down the matchups, there's some keys that I'll bring up.
Good.
So,
well, then you know what? Let's get into it. Let me flip over my paper here because I'm an old man and I still write shit down. All right, let's go to the South. We're gonna start here with Auburn, Creighton. Auburn the 1 seed, Creighton the 9 seed. Trev, what are you seeing, man?
For Creighton, Jemiah Neal, he had a career high 29 points and 12 rebounds. Stephen Ashworth had 22 points. He was 4 for 8 at the 3-point range. He was shooting from deep, and I was like, I saw a little bit of Curry out of him. And Auburn, Janai Broom had 14 points, 11 rebounds. Miles Kelly was 7 for 15 at the 3-point range with 23 points. Creighton looked good, but I'm taking Auburn in this.
I agree with you 100%. Creighton did look good. They blew my perfect bracket from the first game in the tournament. I almost want to take Creighton for that reason. I'm not going to. So we're both on Auburn. I mean, Auburn's Auburn, right? There's a reason why they're a 1 seed. Come on. All right. Michigan, Texas A&M. Michigan did not dominate against San Diego. They didn't. They won by 1 possession. And then on the flip side, you got Texas A&M who won by 9 against Yale. But like you had mentioned when we talked about this last time, it's Yale. It's like there's some powerhouse school that has the most stiffest competition you can imagine. So, I'm gonna take Texas A&M here against Michigan. And you know that Big Ten is a good conference, but I just feel like Texas A&M has a lot more talent at their disposal. Where are you going?
Michigan had a Vladislav Golden. He led the team with 14 points. Trey Donaldson was 3 for 7 at the 3-point range with 12 points. And for Texas A&M, that matchup again we're talking about against Yale, but they were never in danger of losing that game ever. And they had Wade Taylor who had 16 points, and Farrell Payne off the bench had 25 points and 10 rebounds. So that sounds good to me. I'm taking Texas A&M also.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. 25 off the bench, bro. That's massive. That's putting in work. That's showing the coach like, hey, I'm not sure if he's on scholarship. I mean, most basketball players are because they only got 12 guys on a roster, 12, 15 guys. It's not like football where they carry like 80. Ole Miss beat the brakes off UNC, proving UNC did not need to be in that first of 4. Probably should have been West Virginia, but that doesn't matter. It's in the past. Nothing's going to change. Ole Miss is taking on Iowa State, and Iowa State whooped the shit out of Lipscomb, beat the hell out of them. Where you like here, Ole Miss, Iowa State?
Ole Miss had Sean Padula. He led the team with 20 points. Dre Davis was 3 for 4 at the 3-point range with 15 points. Iowa State has a guy, Milan Momkilovic. I'm probably butchering it again. He was 4 for 8 at the 3-point range with 20 points. 17 of those 20 points came in the first half. When it comes down to it, I'm taking Iowa State.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think the Cyclones, they look good, man. They look good all season, but they really look good. Now, granted, I know it's Lipscomb, whatever. Regardless, it doesn't. We're talking about D1 basketball teams here. They dominated. They absolutely dominated. And then, if I go ahead and look at our bracket, we have our Fraud Pod bracket that I put up on Twitter for everyone to join, and we only got like 6 people, but whatever. I'm not fucking pissed. I'm not pissed at all. I don't want to walk into, Anyways, do you have Iowa State making it past the next round, Trev? Because I have Iowa State playing Auburn next round. So I took them past this week. I believe in them.
I picked them just now for this week against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
But I'll have to look at what they're doing the next round.
Yeah, don't worry, it's all good.
I don't have my bracket handy right now.
I just want to say I got Iowa State making it all the way to the third round. So I was gonna put that out there in the universe. Oh shit, I haven't. Okay, I haven't further than that. Don't worry. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's not important right now. Rip. Okay, next one. We got. Let me go over the page here. Okay, now this is the one where we don't have the final yet. It's going to be New Mexico versus either Michigan State or Bryant. Currently, let me get the score here. It is 12-12. They're tied up, Bryant and Michigan State, but it's still 12 minutes left in the first half. We're going to do a caveat. If it's Michigan State, New Mexico, I'm going Michigan State. If it's Bryant, New Mexico, I'm going New Mexico. Does that make sense? So that's kind of how we're going to play this because we don't really have a choice. It's kind of janky, but we don't have the finals. So what are you going to do in this scenario?
Well, if it's Michigan State and New Mexico, I'm also going to take Michigan State.
Perfect.
If it's New Mexico and Bryant, I'm taking New Mexico. New Mexico, Donovan Dent went for 21 points last game. Nelly Jr. Joseph had 19 points. That's an impressive duo right there.
Perfect. Hey, I never claimed that we were some professional organization, did I?
Awesome.
So we got Michigan State. If they beat Bryant against New Mexico, and if somehow Bryant, a 15 seed, upsets Michigan State, which they're tied right now, so it's possible, we're going to go New Mexico, okay? Perfect. Let's go ahead and jump over to the East. Let's go to the East, where a lot of people have the tournament favorite as number 1 Duke. Number 1 Duke is going to be facing against Baylor, who beat Mississippi State by 1 possession, 72-75. Trev, Duke, Baylor. What are you seeing, man?
Well, for Duke, they had Tyrese Proctor. He went 6 for 8 at the 3-point range with 19 points. Cooper Flagg, even though he had that ankle injury, he came off with 14 points, 7 rebounds. Baylor had a guy, Robert Wright, go for 19 points, and Norshad Omier had 12 points and 10 rebounds. 4 of the Baylor starters had double digits points, but you can't go against Duke in this. They're one of the favorites. I got them going deep in this tournament, so I'm taking Duke.
Yeah, I mean, Duke, after that performance, anyone who had Duke as their national champion probably feels really good. I mean, yeah, it's a 1 versus 16, but I mean, come on, man. They almost put 50 on them. That's crazy. 93-49. Come on. Safe to say I'm going to take Duke as well. I'm going to take Duke as well. The next matchup, we got to do a caveat here because we got Oregon Liberty, a 5-12. We've already seen the 5-12 Magic hit already. So we got Oregon Liberty. The winner of that's going to face Arizona. Now, Arizona, notorious for not beating highly ranked teams ever. Like, it just doesn't happen. Arizona edged out Akron, who's not a powerhouse by any means. I mean, come on. So Arizona's going to face the winner of Oregon Liberty. And currently, as we speak, Oregon Liberty is 2-13 Oregon. 2-13. Holy shit. I'll tell you right now, I'm going Oregon in this matchup. I believe Oregon's going to edge out Liberty. It's going to be Oregon, Arizona. So I'll go Oregon. And also, if Liberty beats Oregon somehow and comes back and wins this, I'll take Liberty over Arizona. I don't believe in Arizona. So that's my caveat. I'm going whoever wins Oregon Liberty will beat Arizona. Where are you going?
Arizona had a guy, Jaden Bradley, go 19 points and 6 rebounds. Trey Townsend also had 16 points, 8 rebounds. Arizona, yeah, granted, they played at Akron, but they out-rebounded Akron 53-22.
Mm-hmm.
That means they're getting second chances. They're having way more shots at the ball, shots at the hoop. So I'm taking Arizona. It doesn't matter who Oregon or Liberty. It doesn't matter who wins. I'm taking Arizona no matter what.
Okay. Boom. Arizona has burned me. They burned me like I went to Tijuana, bro. Like I met someone I shouldn't have been with. Every year they burn me. I want nothing to do with Arizona. Give me the winner of Oregon Liberty. Fuck them. The only reason I do like it, hold on, let me take that back though. I do love the state of Arizona. I go there every spring to go watch Dodger spring training. Just want to put that out there. Love it.
Let's clarify. Let's
Well, I
clarify.
love that. I love that. I go there every year. Me and the folks. All right. Next one. BYU, Trev, against Wisconsin. I really like Wisconsin in this matchup. I like Wisconsin a lot. I'm taking Wisconsin over BYU in this matchup. Where are you going?
BYU had a player, Richie Saunders. He went for 16 points. Igor Demon, he was 3 for 7 at the 3-point range with 15 points. Wisconsin's got a kid, John Blackwell. He had 19 points. And 4 of their starters had double-digit points. So with that being said, I am also going with Wisconsin.
Yeah. I feel good about Wisconsin. I don't think they're going to win the whole thing, but I think they can get by BYU. I think they have the bodies, they have the size, they have the speed, they have the explosiveness to get by BYU. Am I not mistaken too? BYU doesn't play on Sundays. It's a religious thing, I believe. So expect to see BYU always playing on a Friday or Saturday. Just put it out, let people know what's going on there. All right. I gotta switch over here. Next one. We're staying in the East. Last one of the East. St. Mary's is going to play against number 2 seed Alabama. St. Mary's beat Vanderbilt by 1 possession, 3 points. Vandy put up a hell of a fight. Then we got Alabama, who they didn't really stomp Robert Morris. They only won by 9. They were a heavy favorite. They did not cover. But we got number 7 St. Mary's against Alabama, number 2. Trev, what are you seeing, bro?
St. Mary's got a guy, Jordan Ross. He had 15 points last game. Mitchell Saxon had 12 points, 11 rebounds. Luke Barrett had 12 points, 10 rebounds. Alabama has got a kid, Mark Sears, 22 points and 10 assists. He was 19 of his 22 points were in the second half, so he was a closer. Muhammad Diabati, 18 points and 10 rebounds off the bench. So I like the matchup of Alabama taking that game over St. Mary's.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I got Bama going pretty far, so I need them. I need them. I
Yeah.
need them to win that ball game. Let's shoot over to the West. Okay, so number 1 Florida, Norfolk State. It was never a game. 95-69. They're going to be playing the winner of UConn, Oklahoma. That's a game that's live right now. So current score, we got Oklahoma 26, UConn 32 at half. So UConn's up pretty handily right now. They're up by 6. I'm telling you right now, if UConn holds on and wins this ball game, I'm still taking Florida. If Oklahoma holds on and wins this ball game, I'm still taking Florida. Give me Florida. Trev, where you at?
Florida's got a guy, Walter Clayton. He was 4 for 9 at the 3-point range with 23 points. Florida also, they were playing Norfolk, but they out-rebounded them 41-28. So, again, a lot of second chances of scoring.
Big body.
I'm the same. Yeah, I'm the same with you. Florida either way.
Yep. I mean, seriously, come on. They look like a number 1 seed by domination. When it's a 1 versus 6, there was 2 1 versus 16 that really showed up, right? Duke absolutely dominated, and so did Florida. I mean, I am a betting man. If I were to bet, it wouldn't shock me if it was Duke, Florida in the national title, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Ben, you're getting ahead of yourself. Let's move on here. Okay. Haha, Memphis. Memphis, a 5 seed, lost to Colorado State. I feel like a lot of people had that 5-12, that little 5-12 mixer. Colorado State's going to be playing Maryland. Maryland's a good squad. Maryland's not a bad basketball team. Trev, what are you seeing, man?
State has a guy, Kyan Evans. He had a career high 6 for 9 at the 3-point range. 23 points. They had Colorado State had 4 starters at double-digit points. Maryland's got a kid, Julian Reese, 18 points, 9 rebounds. They also had 4 starters in double digits. I watched that Maryland game, and it just seemed like they did a lot of like forcing the ball, forcing shots, forcing passes. It got a little messy. So I thought Maryland was a decent team going into this tournament, but just watching that game, I was like, and they were playing a lower seed. Who did they play? They were playing a lower seed.
Yeah, they're playing Grand Canyon.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And it just, the game was a little messy to me. But this is going to be an upset alert. I'm taking Colorado State.
Okay. You're on Colorado. I will say, though, Maryland did beat Grand Canyon by like 39 points. So they did whoop that ass. So I'm going to take Maryland and just bank on maybe they played down to their comp. I mean, they still won by 39 points, right? But you got Colorado State, got that knocked up. Boom. That's our first upset, I believe, right? Yep. Well, no, fuck. We have the caveats. Everyone bear with me. I'll update those at the end and we'll put it in the next ep. But as of right now, Trev's got Colorado State upset round 2. Boom. Locked it in. Okay. Now, we got Missouri and Drake played, and Drake won. And they're going to be going up against Texas Tech. I don't like this at all. Texas Tech's a good school. I like Drake a lot. I do. I like Drake. But I'm also not a fool. And I'm also a betting man. I got money riding on all this stuff. So I'll take Texas Tech. Trev?
Drake's got a guy, Bennett Sturts. He went perfect from the 3-point range, 21 points, 3 for 3 at the 3-point range. Tavion Banks, 15 points, 9 rebounds off the bench. Texas Tech, Kerwin Walton went 8 for 19 at the 3-point range. Yeah, you heard that right. 8 for 19. He had 27 points. 4 of their starters had double digits. Interesting fact about that game, they went 13 for 46 at the 3-point range as a team. Texas Tech did. That is the NCAA record tournament record. The previous was 43 attempts back in 1997. It was a St. Joseph's Boston College game.
Damn, man. That's crazy. So where are you going?
So I'm going with Texas Tech.
All right. We're going TT. We're on the same boat. Oh. Sorry, I just got okay. All right. And then we got Arkansas St. John's. Arkansas 10 seed upset win over Kansas, brother. Then we got St. John's who beat the hell out of Omaha. Oh. Hey, someone's knocking at my door. Hold on a second, right? Sorry about that, folks. My bad. We back. There's my neighbor. I was holding something for him. I had to hook him up with. We got porch pirates in the world, so you got to hold something for someone if they got something coming to their house, so that those dirt bags don't steal from them. Okay, so Arkansas is a dog in this matchup. 10 versus 2. St. John's. People have St. John's going pretty far, Trev, don't they? You might be one of them. I don't know your bracket. You might not. I don't know. But your boy, give me Arkansas. Give me Arkansas to take down St. John's. Where you going?
Arkansas got a kid, Jonas Idu. He had 22 points. They had 4 starters with double-digit points. St. John's is R.J. Lewis. He went 5 for 8 at the 3-point range, had 22 points and 8 rebounds. 4 of their starters had double-digit points. But you are out of your damn mind if you don't think I'm wrong with Rick Pitino and St. John's. Let's go.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. I mean, St. John's, they look nasty. They do. They look nasty. But Arkansas might be one of my dark horses to take this motherfucker. I ain't saying they're going to win this thing.
No, they're a good squad. John Calipari, he's a great coach.
Maybe somebody's got a future on him. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But anyways, something about that squad I really like. Kind of hard not to choose SEC teams. There's 14 of them. Let's go to Midwest. Houston Gonzaga. This is going to be a good game. After what Gonzaga showed us against Georgia, and Georgia didn't play good ball at all. That was bad ball. That was embarrassing. And that just goes to remind us they're a football school. They're not a basketball school. I'm going to take Houston in this, though. I think Houston has enough to outclass Gonzaga. Trev, where you at?
Milos Uzan. I'm just guessing that's his name. For Houston, he led the team with 16 points. LJ Cryer went 4 for 9 at the 3-point range with 15 points. Gonzaga's got a guy, Khalif Battle. He was 4 for 7 at the 3-point range with 24 points and 8 rebounds. Gonzaga's 4 of their starters, double-digit points. The team as a whole for Gonzaga was 12 for 20 at the 3-point range. So that says they got a decent 3-point shooting team. But I think Houston is going to be well rested for this round. All their starters played only like a half of the game.
Oh,
Like I think one of their starters played 25 minutes tops. Everybody else played 25 or lower. So they still won with their bench guys. So they're going to
handily.
be well rested.
They won by 38 points against fucking
Yeah,
Edwardsville.
I'm like, dude, they're gonna be well rested. They're gonna come in and just mop the floor with Gonzaga.
I got Houston going pretty damn far. And I think you're right. I'm going to be betting pretty heavy tomorrow on Houston to cover that spread. Whatever that spread number is going to be against Gonzaga, I'm going to take it. Bro, I'm pretty attracted to Houston right now. Like, I'm pretty up there. Hey, we got a crazy one here. McNeese, Purdue. After all that shit I talking about, Clemson's gonna put them on their McNeese. Didn't happen. McNeese was able to edge out Clemson by 2 points, 67 to 69. Then you got the flip side. You had Purdue against a number 4 seed against 13 seed High Point. High Point had a lot of hype coming in because a lot of people wanted that story. We all want a Cinderella, right? Because it's cool. You have a high seed who's not supposed to be there, and they do something. Do you remember a couple years back when Pacific actually was in the tourney and they got past the first round? You're talking about UOP, our hometown, back when we were, our hometown. That was a big deal. Everyone likes the Cinderella. And then reality set in. Same thing with Omaha. They got stomped. They got their ass kicked in. They got beat. The Cinderella here is McNeese. That's the Cinderella. That's the fun pick. not sexy, but it's the fun pick. With all that said, I'm still going Purdue. I'm not fucking around. Taking Purdue. Where are you going?
East has a guy, Quadir Copeland. He had 16 points, 7 rebounds last game. Christian Schumett had 13 points and 11 rebounds. Brandon Murray had 21 points off the bench. I wasn't a fan of McNeese, but they made Clemson look really bad.
I agree.
Towards the end of the game, Clemson started gaining back, and I was like, come on, guys, come on. And then it just didn't work out. But Purdue's got a guy, Trey Kaufman had 21 points, 8 rebounds. Braden Smith had 20 points. Camden Heady had 11 points, 10 rebounds off the bench. Purdue, yeah, they were playing High Point, but they still out-rebounded High Point 45-24. So that a lot of second chance at scoring. I'm also with you. I'm going to take Purdue.
Yep. I honestly, I just think Purdue, they are, quote unquote, a class ahead, right? They're just a higher class of club. I feel better taking Purdue. Yeah, honestly, McNeese it's a nice story. They knocked out Clemson, and then I went back and did some research. Holy shit, brother! Oregon's up 25-8 on Liberty right now. 25-8, and then we got UConn. Fuck yeah! UConn is up by 5 on Oklahoma. Oh, I'm trying to pay attention. I'm doing my best. Okay, moving on here. Now, this is another caveat game because we don't know the final between Illinois and Xavier. Currently, Xavier 35, Illinois 40. So Illinois is leading Xavier by 5 points at half. The winner of that matchup has to go play KU, Kentucky. Or UK, excuse me. It's UK, isn't it? University of Kentucky, number 3 seed. Whoever wins that game, Illinois or Xavier, I'm going to take Kentucky. I'm not going to take Illinois over Kentucky. I'm not going to take Xavier over Kentucky. Xavier's lucky to be there to begin with. They were in the first 4 play-in game. So give me Kentucky in that matchup. Where are you going?
Kentucky's got a kid, Otega Owe. He had 20 points for the game. Regardless, I'm with you. Illinois, Xavier, it don't matter. Kentucky, dude, they're successful every year. They've got a great organization.
Yep.
I'm taking Kentucky no matter what.
They're just winners. You know, they're just winners. And we see that in this tournament every year. The schools that are winners get far in this tournament. And come on. Kentucky's whoever shows up. Illinois, is it safe to say, Trev, that Illinois has a better shot than Xavier against Kentucky? Is that safe to say?
So.
Yeah. Illinois is they're not a bad squad by any means. I mean, they were a 6 seed, but they also got to play a first 4 matchup in the first round. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, what's the score on the Illinois game? I just said it, right? Yeah, 35-40 Illinois at half. They're only up by 5. Last one we got here. UCLA edged out Utah State. They edged them out. When I say edged them out, they beat them 72-47. Then we got Tennessee 77-62 over Wofford. UCLA, Tennessee. Tennessee's a 2 seed. UCLA a 7. Trev, you go first. Where are you going, brother?
UCLA had a pair of guys, Sky Clark and Eric Daly. They all both went for 14 points. I know there was a big margin of victory in that game, but I just feel like Utah didn't show up to that game. They were 4 for 31 at the 3-point range. That means they were building brick houses the whole time. Tennessee's got a pair of guys, Zakai Ziegler and Chaz Lanier. This by far is the best duo in the tournament by far. I watched Chaz Lanier go 6 for 13 at the 3-point range with 29 points. Zakai Ziegler had 12 points and 12 assists. Ziegler was feeding Lanier all night long. I was just like, I'd see this guy pop off the screen. He shoots them the dime, and it swishes all night long. I was like, dude, it was so fun to watch. I got Tennessee over UCLA big time.
Me too. I'm betting that game heavy tomorrow. I'm all over Tennessee. I'm all over them. Everything you talked about, I'm fucking locked in on. I'm with you 100%. 100%. So, if I'm not mistaken, we got 3 upsets combined. You have Colorado State. That's an upset. And I took Oregon, who's technically an upset because Arizona's a higher seed. And I took Arkansas. So we got 3 upsets combined as a unit in this next round. Bro, I don't know about you. I am so excited for Saturday morning. I'm so excited. I get to sit my ass down and watch the tourney. I've been having to track everything periodically during my workday. I don't got to do that tomorrow. I'm going to be a big sack of shit. I ain't going nowhere. Yes, I got everything set up. I already got my coffee maker made. Got a timer set on it. I'm ready to lock in. My chair is going to feel violated. My recliner is going to feel violated with what I'm going to do to that thing tomorrow. Yeah, it's getting big boyed hard. But, all right, brother. Hey, we're not doing too shabby. Now, I did see on the Capital One contest, there's a guy with a perfect bracket right now. He's perfect. He's perfect.
The wizard.
Somebody needs to put some eyeballs on that guy and make sure he's not from the future. You know what I mean? Let's get Trump on it. Get Elon and Doge on it. Make sure this guy isn't something he shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, everyone watching, please follow us at X, the Everything app, at the Fraud Pod, where all these will be uploaded. Also on YouTube, same name, Fraud Pod. We're doing the whole tourney. We're doing this fucking thing. So if you want to crack a beer and hang out with us for how long does this one run? 40 minutes. We're keeping it tight. We're not even dragging this out for 2 hours a pop. We're keeping this thing tight. Check us out. We're gonna go all the way through March Madness and then future content, any sport. We're sport junkies. Who's shit? Trev. Do you follow the NBA? I don't even know if you do.
A little bit.
Perfect, because I don't either. Because I'll probably do the NBA playoffs, but football season consumes me, and basketball is happening. But I will be covering baseball. You bet your sweet ass I'll be covering baseball, especially because I got my squad here. We're going for 3.
You messed up the podcast, man.
No, this only makes it better. This only makes it better. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining in for Beers and Brackets. Beat the bracket. We got a double entendre today. All right, Trev. I love you, dog. And fuck it. We're gonna get back soon next round.
Thank you, brother.
Whoa.
Audio Jungle.
Bet often and bet everyone.